jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son, actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come back. Sports, talking way too much, world come back. Sports, talking way too much, world come back. Sports,
Yo, what up? Shout out to the hottest shot in the MFN game. A-side official, no negotiation needed, period. Yeah, I wanted to come on, and let you know it's breaking news from last night. Crawford and his situation over there at the WWE. It was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know, Crawford was over there at the WWE. He has a big fight coming up, right? And pretty much WWE was in his hometown of Omaha, Nebraska. And we already know what he's done over there as far as his career and the status that he has left. I guess that's not enough for him to not go out and get in some type of trouble. Well, last night he ended up knocking out Austin Theory. You know what I'm saying? To help out Cody Rhodes. If you don't know, what Cody Rhodes is from. So therefore, the whole I would say script played out perfectly, right? It played out perfectly for Crawford. You know what I'm saying? He landed a devastating knockout of Theory, as you saw with the right hand. Supposedly that right hand may potentially be the same right hand it was known to be in the film study from looking at the fight last year, July 29th. But this same right hand absolutely earned him another knockout on his record. You know what I'm saying? They didn't think the punch was going to be that hard, first of all. But, the executives over there at WWE, they said, hey, we brought you on here because it's your hometown for sure. And, and Cody Rhodes to represent, we already know where Cody Rhodes is from. But I guess he did it too well. He knocked him out so clean, they had to add another knockout to Crawford's record. He's got 32 knockouts right now. And that's prior to him going in there and fighting Madrimov, coming up. It's supposed to have just been a script, and it ended up being something much more than that because security came up and said, hey, you went off the script, and he really knocked out old dude. You know what I'm saying? His jaw is still somewhere. They trying to get the janitors and everything to figure out where his jaw at. In the meanwhile, Madrimov or Madrimov, whatever the two balances that you choose to juggle, in your vernacular delivery, right? Madrimov felt some type of way. He's like, the fight's not that far off. You know what I'm saying? It's July 20th. And that's the first time he had the opportunity to see Crawford get some leverage. You know what I'm saying? Some leverage. And so I'm hearing that Madrimov is thinking about pulling out the fight himself. See, that's what happened when you're doing a lot more than you did early in your career. You get much more exposure. And that's what's going on with Crawford. Real talk. Because I knew, like, they was going to make a statement. It was going to be one of those moments where Crawford was going to be throwing a punch. You know what I'm saying? Hearing that it was going to be in his hometown and everything, which was a good look. But I knew he was going to be swinging a punch. And being this close to the fight and everything, WCS said to myself, I said, that's not what we want, because that's just going to bring up old memories. It's just going to bring up old memories because he has to throw a punch. He has to knock out somebody. And it ended up being Austin Theory, and he knocked him clean out with a right hand. Now, what do you think that did for the fight that's coming up August 3rd? What do you think it did? Seriously. What do you think it did, him being on SmackDown this close out to the fight? And let's count together, okay? It's always each one, teach one, teach one, each one. You know what I'm saying? Whatever mindset you in, sober or inebriated, you get it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. From my calculations, right? I'm talking about going off the Latin numerical system. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're talking about just under 2 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 whole days, y'all, before this fight. And Crawford, and though it was a good look in his hometown, and today he's supposed to be having a send-off, they say we have to arrest you there, champ, because you went off script. We wasn't planning on the effect that that punch was going to have. And of course, him and his team, Bomac and them up there asking like, what's going on? I mean, I thought everything worked out fine. He went through and did what he's supposed to do. He said, but we have some frantic people in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? They have some frantic individuals from the parking lot. Well, the word is that, you know, that right hand was heard all around Omaha. And people start sending links out. And they start getting on the phone and start talking about, oh my God, not again. And I'm saying to myself, I know we only 9 days out from the goddamn T-Mobile massacre anniversary. What's going on? I didn't think that. He said, yes. That right hand reminded them of the right hands that he landed on Errol Spence just a year ago. And now he's only 14 days out from Madrimov. Madrimov never really had any type of clear visual on the extension that Crawford may have on that right hand. You know, of recent, it's been all covert. And I guess Team Madrimov, who was already local, started to have a nervous breakdown. They was up there calling Turkey Al-Sheikh saying, hey, he's too violent. That wasn't in the script. He wasn't supposed to be out here punching. It seemed like, he tried to use reverse psychology at first. He tried to say, what if he hurt his hand? He don't supposed to be out there being reckless. This is a big time fight. I'm a champion. I don't want any injuries. He was trying any which way possible to try to say, Crawford might have hurt his hand. You know what I'm saying? He might have hurt his hand and everything, punching that guy. That guy was like goddamn 200 plus pounds. So if he's knocking him out in the ring, he definitely going to knock me out in the ring with gloves on. So Madrimov had an issue with it too. And I really know, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel where Madrimov is coming from. I can feel where he may feel slighted. He's seen the previous fights of Bud Crawford, and he understands that the threat level has just increased. If I could talk to Madrimov, I could have told him, hey man, you should have known that when you signed the contract. That's all I'm saying. The threat level's been the same. It's just that out of sight, out of mind. At least, Turkey Al-Sheikh, they was able to do the trailer and make it seem like you and Crawford was in the clinch, playing around, trying to fill each other out, see how strong his goddamn clinch game is and all that, and try to go back to the drawing board and see what game plan you can work on. I get it. I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? I've been around the sport a day or two or three, right? But my thing is, Madrimov was trying to say that he don't think it'd be good still to have the fight because Crawford might be injured from knocking out a 200 plus pound man when he's coming in at 154 pound champion. He said, hell, if he landed that right hand on him, I'm straight up fucked. I'm fucked. Got issues. Shit, nigga. What am I supposed to do with it? Shit. And then people start trying to calm Madrimov down like, hey man, relax. That was all scripted, bro. That wasn't for real. He said, no, nothing you can tell me. I see punch, he land punch. Down goes the Ori. 200 plus pounds, I see punch. No, you don't tell me. I see punch. You see punch? I see punch. I see body. I see tears. My people. They say to me, I know you're supposed to be going there soon. But did you see SmackDown? And I don't know if this is a good choice for you right now, champ. You're my son. I don't know. So they out there trying to calm Madrimov down right now. Because like I said before, it's extremely easy to watch film of someone fighting another fight. It's very, very easy. It's easy to be at distance, away from your adversary when you're in the process of training for battle. Well, Madrimov, to his keepsake, he was out of sight, out of mind. He had heard all the stories about Crawford, but he just don't want to see it to fight night. You know how you get them pre-fight jitters? You know what I'm saying? You get the pre-fight jitters a little bit. Madrimov know he's in for a hell of a fight, so I don't too much blame him for trying to disqualify Crawford and make an anonymous call to get him arrested. You know what I'm saying? I understand the games that they play over there. He didn't want that smoke. And then the worst part about it, y'all, the worst part about this shit is the fact that Crawford was viewed by millions. Okay? Everybody's been waiting for Crawford to step back in the ring since July 29, 2023. That it was a historic time in our history in life and in the sport of boxing. But as we know it to be true, when he was once again on the big screen, just like July 29th last year, and once again he landed, this time just one punch. But see, the one punch that he landed, the shock. You understand me? The visual impact that it had on those aerosexuals. The impact that it had when the shot landed and those lids start to flap a little bit and the dirt start to filter down into the caskets where those casuals had been buried. See, he just didn't get charged for freaking, assault. He was charged for desecrating a burial ground. The burial ground that was laid to rest the night of July 29th, 2023. Bud Crawford, with that punch he landed on national television in Omaha, Nebraska, it caused a shock like no other. You feel me? It sent a shimmer. It reminded the aerosexuals that he still existed. See, they themselves was kind of happy that the rematch didn't happen either with Errol Spence. But they just been waiting. They seen a little spar and they know he just got some rounds in with Andre Ward and all that shit. But they just been waiting and waiting. They haven't really seen him out here in general public throwing a punch until the other night. And how he landed that damn right hand at 37 years of age this year. I'm like, God damn. They said to themselves, shit. Just when I was getting through, just when I was finishing up with my recovery, just when I was getting back to better health, just when I thought I could start planning my goals again, setting some goals, just when I was going to attempt to purchase the fight for August 3rd, I see him on national television knocking out a 200-pound dude. And I say that ain't right, man, because he knocked out a dude that was 147 pounds last year. And you trying to tell me under a year he's going in there knocking out a dude over 200 pounds? What is Madrimov supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? How is this legal? What I do like about it though was that it played out the way it's supposed to. Well, what I don't like about it is the after effect, the residual damage that still exists and tends to surface itself. You know, the psychological dilapidation that still exists, y'all. We're still out here with teams. It's just like FEMA. We got white trailer homes set up everywhere for this shit. We got triage services and all this shit. I was praying. I say, please don't come out and do nothing too. Please don't put yourself on television. You know the sparring and everything with Andre. That's small. That's small. But please don't go on television. And please don't let it be his time to have his Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather moment, 50 Cent moment in WWE. No, man, let that shit go, man. Look, the scar tissue is still soft and mushy. Please don't let this shit happen. And sure enough, I seen him up in the ring. My phone started blowing up. My DMs was just notification. I thought they were sending me some motherfucking belts. That seemed to be the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I said, what the fuck? What? He said, man, this is gonna fuck up the fight, dog. It seemed like somebody about to get stopped. I said, man, just hold on. You know the WWE, I grew up off this shit, man. It's scripted. Maybe he can throw the punch and it looked like it didn't land. You know what I'm saying? From back here at home. Maybe he can. He's not a professional wrestler, so maybe he can throw the punch and there's space in between. Somewhat like, you know, Anthony Joshua did with Francis Ngannou when he knocked him. But anyway, maybe he can miss and it don't look as bad. Right? Because my entire concern with this thing, right? You know, my military instinct kicked in. I wanted to help. I wanted to go to rescue mode because I knew this was gonna this is going to basically reignite that awful day. You know what day it is? It was gonna reignite. It was going to bring back old memories, y'all. We're 9 days out from the T-Mobile Massacre 1-year anniversary. The peel back scar tissue already. Oh, my God. I know they saying to themselves, why? Why did they let him on SmackDown? Why did he have to throw the punch? Because that just took them back to the reason why they have PTSD, man. They had to go back to the T-Mobile Massacre. Because, see, Crawford may have landed just one punch the other night. But last year he landed several punches. And for the casualties, whoever they may be, they remember. Not only do they remember, they was forced to relive that moment last night. And when you take somebody and they ain't fully healed and you subject them to another visual of the same person who put them in that state of mind they're in now due to legal sanctioned violence, just so happened it was your favorite fighter who was destroyed and violently assaulted last year, it brings back a lot of fucking memories, don't it? The only thing I was saying to myself, at one point in time I had to take a knee, man. I was, you know, praying like Tebow. And I was saying to myself, Father God, help these boxing fans that are still suffering psychologically. While they battle in their degenerative state, I'm here to try to assist Because when Crawford was in the ring, they knew he was going to throw a punch. At that point in time, they was already having flashbacks. I didn't want to come over here today on Saturday where, you know, Crawford's supposed to have a send-off today. I didn't want to mess anything up. I just wanted to, you know, mentally massage, you know what I'm saying, bring down the heart rate of those aerosexuals that felt some type of way about last night. You know what I'm saying? Because that would never change. Just like them scars that he left, that would never heal. And then the even the more wilder part about it is I think about it, right? I was over on the BMAX channel, and just so happened, you know, I was paying attention to a BJJ tournament, and I was doing some other things, you know, multitasking, right? And I was told, right? It takes me back so much when the 14-year-old was barreling down the road the night that Crawford was in Omaha, Nebraska, and that same night that 14-year-old stunt driver crashed into the front of the vehicle. Spence must have had one of those special with a roll cage in it, off-road, desert applicable, you know, desert approved, all that, right? And that night, I remember him being in the middle of the intersection. His car looked banged up. Didn't quite know where the 14-year-old was. He was somewhere around there. I don't know, over there, sipping on a Capri Sun or something. But he had supposedly stole his parents' freaking, you know, vehicle, and he was out there, you know, with a brand new Scat Pack freaking kid on it, barreling down the highway and ran into Spence, who just so happened, out of all the landscape and property and, you know, anything you could see, all the roadway, he just happened to be out there. But one thing that stood out to me that night was that he took his shirts down. You know, he had some shirts that was up, you know, that I criticized the artistry, the message in it, because they had a shark. It's supposed to be a big fish. Like, the big fish was quite different than, you know, how they composed the shark on the shirt and all that. So, you know, the shark was supposedly knocking on the door, the last door of TC, Terrence Crawford, with some eyes peeking out, right? So I said, okay, I see where you're going with it. It's dumb as hell because the shark wouldn't be able to survive walking up hallway and all that. So he took the shirts down that same night. And what he was attempting to do is let people know that he was going to come back with some other shirts or whatever, right? And that just so happened to be the Bud Pack, smoking on Bud Pack. But wouldn't you know, while attending, I was notified that there were Crawford shirts for sale on the WWE site. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. These shirts wasn't the same. It didn't have the same impact like, you know, the Smoking Bud Pack. They're not gimmicky. You know, to be honest with you, they're not gimmicky. They're not okay. I'm supposed to be going out to the theme park with my kids today, and I said, hey, while we're here, can you just draft up a little sketch that you say you did and you got an A on in school and let me check it out? I might want to put it on a t-shirt. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Just show me your skills. That's all I want you to do. But peep this out. I want to show you something. I was informed that Crawford had a t-shirt on the site, because everything just came back full circle for me, right? And I said, God damn it, let me check this out, because people was ordering it, right? And this was all new for me, because the Bud Crawford fans we didn't really have a moment where you had individuals just scrambling around to get shirts, just like the aerosexuals. Like, this was professionally done. This has this has something bigger than the Midas touch on it. Real talk. I mean, this shirt was clean, straight to the point, all that. You know, a direct representation of Turkey Al Sheik, you know, and his push and support of Crawford. But peep this out right quick. When I had some Crawford fans inform me that he had shirts on there, I say, okay, cool. Let me check this out. You know what I'm saying? So in haste, I went over there to the site and I said to myself, dang, okay, I'm not really one of those people who get all hyped up for a shirt. I said, I like that shirt right there. It's simple, clean, got his name on, undefeated. You know, it got the Riyadh season on there. I got to have it, shawty. I got to have it. Now, it's not my first Crawford shirt, but I said this right here, I like it. It got the WWE symbol on it. It's something special. Got League on there. The first fight they're going to have over here in the U.S. Under the Riyadh season. I had to pick one up. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people, because we do have a lot of tattletellers on here. I know a lot of people are going to continue to try to push that Crawford be charged with knocking out Theory last night. I understand. From my understanding, he's going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? No bail posted. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really go through with the paperwork, but they just wanted to talk to him and tell him, say, hey, we're trying to get you optimal freaking pay-per-view. Okay? Try not to be outside too much anymore, landing that right hand, okay? Because Madrimov, man, he's going crazy right now. Everybody was showing, sending him clips on his DM, and he started to goddamn have a nervous breakdown, okay? Now, I know it was just scripted that they told you in WWE, but chill. We don't need to lose any more money, okay? And furthermore, the hospital beds, they say it's been an influx in freaking patients in the ER, you know, coming up there. And the reason being is that they say they was, you know, a casualty of July 29th, 2023. So they're seeking, you know, a IV. They seem highly dehydrated because their eyes was bloodshot red and they've been crying for months. I wish them nothing but the best. But as I look at this t-shirt, I remember how the aerosexual was all about scrambling around with their t-shirts and saying, oh my God, I got mine, you got yours, I got mine. But when it came to the night in question to present that shirt in a group photo, because they was hoping, wishing, and praying, and shout out to everyone who attended the fight with that shirt on underneath, believing that Errol Spence was going to win that fight. Shout out to you for having confidence. I love a person with confidence. You know what I'm saying? A person that's certain. I love it. But I'm certain these shirts right here are better quality than the ones that was put out by y'all. I'm certain these shirts right here hold a significantly higher value than those now dashboard rags. You know what I'm saying? Car console, rim cleaners. You know what I'm saying? Change my oil with them, throw it in the washer. It's never going to be the same, but I don't care because I throw it in there with all my wash rags. I'm just saying this is going to have more of a standing commemoration to it, because August 3rd, 4th Division, hashtag just say no. You know what I'm saying? No notification belts. Hashtag no notification belts. Go in there and beat the champion. That's how we coming. Beat the champion to become the champion. Not standing home and say, oh man, I'm going to sit down and just watch a movie or two I'm gonna stay by my phone, cut the volume up. Ding dong. You have mail. Congratulations. You're the new divisional champion. You have mail. Please click on the email to show that it has been read. Thank you. And once again, congratulations. No, we don't do notification bells, but we have ordered the shirts. There was a notification to come back and say the Crawford shirts they were still in stock, and it says undefeated on there. So, I mean, that doesn't reciprocate across the board at the end of the day. But all I want to do on this week, we're about to approach the week of something that will never return again. It is the first commemorative freaking year outside of July 29, 2023. Yes, we remember. Though it changes, though the reflection is different for many, I do come in good spirit. I do. I'm here in good spirit. I'm not here to be facetious or antagonistic. I'm not. I'm just here as a voice that has access, and with that access, I am allowing my voice, the volume to be transferable through the microphone and everything else as far as connection goes and out to you, the public, to remind you how serious it is that the aerosexuals are still in a bad place. And not only are they in a bad place, seeing these shirts come out, I know it's going to be certain aerosexual that goes out into the garage and look in that freaking wash bucket and they're going to say to themselves, oh, wow. I remember the time when I brought you. I remember the time when I was in love. I remember the time I wasted my money. I remember the time. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of, it's just a lot that's going to be coming back to reality with these aerosexuals. And for Bud to land that shot, it sent shockwaves through all these burial sites in different cities that basically, for one moment, the spirit was there. You know what I'm saying? It took them back for that ill-fated night, especially the ones that was on deck. Can you just imagine betting it all, believing that you were sure that the fighter that you was rocking with had did everything that you said he was, and you have totally underestimated the real winner, and you lose, right? And come to find out that you only purchased a one-way ticket to Vegas because you thought you was definitely going to win the bet and it'd be enough for you to take a return flight home, but it didn't happen. And some of you actually tried to cross Death Valley. And I was out there. I had a shirt on. I say, please, check in with your triage. We're here to help. But I guess the embarrassment and everything on top of that, they didn't want to come over there and say hello. I was handing out freaking bag lunches. My team and I had basically organized this. We had all the accountability. We had more than enough sandwiches there and bag lunches to help you cross Death Valley and get back to your civilization and be able to return to work on Monday. But a lot of you perished. You know what I'm saying? Not just in a physical sense, but in a spiritual sense, you perished, bro. You know what I'm saying? You perished. You know what I'm saying? You lost your heart. I know. It's something that you'll never get back. I feel it. I feel it. And from my understanding, through the intel that I have received, the data collected, that a lot of you all out there that have tried to basically come above ground now, from your bunkers. Um, you're too weak to even, let your presence be known. But, due to my scouts and everything, we have sent you, care packages to that location without you even knowing about it. So the bottled water that you have and all those little small essentials, that's for me. And that's us just showing love, saying, hey, it's not personal. It's not personal. For real, we here to help the casualties, the aero casualties. You know what I'm saying? We here to help them continue to revive themselves and get on track. But they say the first year is always the hardest. You feel me? The first year is always the hardest when you have a fight of this magnitude, and one half of the boxing world gets it wrong. It's so bad. It's so draining. I think about it all the time. It's so draining. You know what I'm saying? If I pay too much attention to it, I may find myself at the drive-through getting something from the package store for real. Seriously. Seriously. I might find myself up there in the parking lot just thumbing away at the steering wheel like, should I do it or not? Should I get that Mad Dog twin? What? Should I get the old goddamn Hypnotic? What should I do, man? Should I just sip on a freaking a sour apple wine cooler, something light? You know what I'm saying? Something light, just to reminisce a little bit. What should I do? Just get a flight, one of those small freaking Jack Daniel, airport, air quality. You know what I'm saying? Just air quantity, little small compact size. Just take a little couple of shots to the head. What should I do? Because as a United States military, I feel it's my duty to bring awareness that we're 9 days out from the 1 year anniversary. And though many people continue to be personally upset with me, this is not personal. For real, I've went through some growth myself over the past year. For real, I've grown from it. Seriously, I have grown from it. For real, I have. I seriously, I'm being honest. I have grown from that day. Though I didn't suffer, what I'm saying, from the T-Mobile massacre, but I did feel compassion for those who was on the other side, hearing it in their voice when it was crackling, trying to come up with those lame ass excuses that Bud Crawford cheated. You know what I'm saying? I felt their pain, real talk. When you left with no other recourse except the lie, we're reaching out to you from afar. We giving our prayers, man, because I know it's hard, man. Sometimes people just break down differently. You feel me, aerosexuals? I just want to let you know you have my word. You have my word from today to the 29th. You have my word. Because I know each and every time y'all hear me speak on it, and it may ruin your day. You may be having a good day at work. You might have just got promoted and you just want to just not show up for the rest of the day. I get it. But you have my word from today to the 29th. I can absolutely promise you that this won't be the last time you hear me talk about the 1 year anniversary. I can promise you that. But for all the Bud Crawford fans, be sure to pick up your shirt if you are a supporter. You know what I'm saying? I hope everything is safe out there in Omaha for the send off. I hope everyone is safe. There's no problems. There's no freaking incidents. whatever. I hope everybody enjoys themselves out there like last year. I know the apostles is out there. Hope the apostles is on site like they was last year to get some media coverage since they're on deck. Shout out to Team Crawford that's on there having a send off once again. You know what I'm saying? And August 3rd is right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? It's right around the corner. You have a couple of weeks remaining until we witness history again. What I will suggest though, because I'm all about trying to keep the peace, because we continue to experience the changing of the guard, so to speak. Two of those individuals that caused this disastrous type of massacre that happened last year, they're all in the same division right now. But Crawford's fighting in 2 weeks, and his casualty in his recovery, he is allegedly supposed to fight sometime this year, near the back end of 2024. Why I'm saying this is that when you come up with all these, you meet these people and you hear their stories and pain and what they've experienced, you want to give them hope. So this is what I'm doing. I'm giving them hope. I'm saying, hey, check it out. There's a scenario that can potentially play out, right, to everyone's benefit. Okay, I mean, it's so precious. It's very precious. I mean, because the healing process is just unbelievable. Everybody heals differently. But hey, if by chance, Crawford wins, and then Errol Spence wins, there's a lot of people that believe in second chances, and you might have a second chance to see Errol Spence step in there with Crawford if everything goes well. I don't know. That's a long way off. I don't know the latitude and longitude to place that into the freaking compass and see where it's gonna stop. Where's the destination? But I can assume, right, that if everything lines up perfectly, we may potentially see a part 2. And all I'm going to say is to a part 2 when it comes to the boxing, right? Is that we don't need to lose any more boxing fans like we did last year. We're in the building phase. We're in the recovery phase. We're in the FEMA stages. For real. We're in the FEMA stages. We're still trying to hand out resources and build these people back up, get their confidence to attend the fight again. It may be a part 2 in our near future. That is the most sweetest part. It may be a potential part 2, y'all. Yes, it may be a potential part 2 for those fans. I'm trying to stick to fans instead of calling them casualties. Those fans may have another window of opportunity to witness these two fighters clash once again, and as champions. So you know what that means. If it's as champions, that means it will be a championship showcase. And it was most definitely, probably more than likely, if it's not in Riyadh, because Riyadh, I think it'll be good to be in Riyadh too. But potentially in Vegas once again. Okay, you know how that goes. They like to make and capitalize as much as they can monetarily, but potentially it can be over there in Vegas once again. And as the stars aligned, it might just be at the T-Mobile Massacre for a second time, part 2. Now, I'm gonna leave you with this. Like I know that kind of sent a little bit of, anxiety through you. Like your post start to just, you had to start, taking some breaths and breathe in and out and shit. But if by chance this does happen, I'm telling you ahead of time, just so you can put it on your calendar. If by chance Spence pulls off a miracle and beats Sebastian Fundora, right? And you know, they're able to step in the ring. I want you to now, right? Just start working on you. If you plan on going to the T-Mobile Arena again, start working on yourself. All right? Start working, because the first thing you're going to experience, even from getting off the plane, you're going to retrace your steps. You feel me? You're going to retrace your steps, and you're just going to say, feeling this all over again. I'm feeling warm. My temperature's rising. You know, you're going to feel the anxiety. It's going to hit you, just like Errol Spence was getting hit. And then when you felt the goddamn, you know, the impact based off what you were seeing in the ring, you saw the visual impact, not so much the physical. But I want you to understand, when you step back in that freaking arena, this time have some backup. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be that bad just hearing the cheers of the crowd. But this time, I want to suggest to you that maybe you should bring, let's say for instance, you can go on Amazon, right? Let me go on Amazon for you right quick. Okay? Because I want you all to understand that I'm here to help. Some people just take it too much and get mad and all that. I want to show you something, because once again, I'm on my veteran. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about community. You know what I'm saying? Bringing awareness and serving my community and stuff like that. Okay, that's what it's all about for me. Real talk. That's what it's all about for me right now. You know, but this is something. Let me send this over to you right quick, and so you can see. Okay. And I'm not going to keep you too much longer, because I know there's some individuals that's seething mad right now. I want to give them time to calm down. It's just early afternoon. So look at this picture right here. Okay. Look at this picture. I just want you to understand where I'm at, where my heart is right now. This is where my heart is at. If you desire to show up, right, to the T-Mobile Arena next year, this right here is considered to be 100%, right? It's considered to be 100% blackout sleep eye mask for men and women. Okay. It is ergonomic design, 3D cutout. You know what I'm saying? It is a night blindfold, ultra soft and comfortable for sleeping. Now, I haven't seen too many people, you know, from the punishment that Crawford was delegating to Spence, getting knocked out in their seats, even though we almost had maybe 1, 2, 3 casualties ringside when Crawford was talking to Jamel Charlo. It's neither, it can't be confirmed, you know, but check this out. What I'm trying to say is, it may be better just to bring a blackout sleep eye mask if the fight that you're watching tends to remind you of July 29, 2023. You have the options to place this over your eyes so you can only hear the oohs and the ahs. Because for me, I look at it like it's not going to be that bad just listening to the oohs and ahs instead of actually seeing it. Because it's a lot of people that's visual. So therefore, who am I if I'm not giving you options, providing you options and resources? That's what I'm doing. I say I'm working with FEMA. I'm in my military mode right now. I'm here to assist. Okay. Now, if by chance the oohs and ahs get a little bit much for you, all you have to do, instead of what I witnessed, once again, I'm just giving you what I seen. I did see the hand over eye. You know what I'm saying? I did see the thumbs over the ears. On that night, July 29, 2023, I saw the hands over eyes, thumbs on the ears, so they can see no evil and they can hear no beating. You know what I'm saying? So with this right here, at least you will have both of your hands to be able to push in your ears as much as possible while your eyes are covered. All right? I feel much better now. You know what I'm saying? I was apprehensive about doing this live today. And I said, no, I have to reach out to the people. I have to reach out to the L sexuals. I have to, brother. And that's what I'm doing. I gave you the grid to show you the material, the 3D cutout. It's just an amazing piece of equipment that I believe you should take with you to this fight. Even August 3rd, if you really don't want to see Crawford relish in victory, just grab you a pair of these, man. Come on, you can. I mean, the quality is different for everything, but just go to a local, you know, one of your local department stores, and you should be able to pick up a pair. But that's my advice to you all. Okay, them arrow sexuals. Bring a night mask so you can cover your eyes. That will free up both of your hands so you can use them to press as hard as you can over your ears so it can lessen the impact and the damage that you are receiving. You know what I'm saying? That is basically erupting old memories that you had last year. I'm just saying, allow me to help you. That is all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to serve my community. And this community right here happen to be the aerosexuals who I believe have not quite recovered and will never probably be 100% than they were. And I'm still, at this point in time, funding a full-blown certified rescue team to locate some of the channels that has since left social media and have disappeared, that you can't find them nowhere on the platform. Okay? I truly appreciate all of you that's tuned in to this live. And please, I come from a good place. Seriously, I come from a good place. I do appreciate those who understand that I'm coming from a good place. You know, sometimes they always tell us as Marines we're Marine 24/7. And see, I'm in my Marine mode right now. My boots are laced, my trousers are bloused, and I'm in leadership role right now. So everything that you've heard right here is coming from a good place, coming from genuine, from the footprints all the way to the final salute out the door. You know what I'm saying? Honorably. Honorably, yeah. So let's continue to work on this. Seriously. Let's continue to work on this. Let's understand that certain promos have to happen to build up fights. And we seen Crawford out there before the send off at SmackDown, getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Globally. Getting that exposure out there. That right there, listen, on a Friday, yo, it's a lot that went on. You just have no idea. If I showed you everything, all the intel that I received, oh, it's some people that was tilting them bottles back, yo. It was some highway speeders on. I mean, I'm seriously. I'm talking about fleeing the scene and everything, yo. I mean, they was pissed. They was pissed. That's why I had to put the thumbnail up today, just to throw them off a little bit and get them back into cheery mode. You know what I'm saying? To make them believe that he won't be fighting August 3rd, just to give them a false sense of security. But anyway, I don't want to seem like I'm being sinister any kind of way, but I want to appreciate everyone who pulled up today. Shout out to Mr. International Toby Bartlett on deck. Shout out to Jessica the Queen in the building. I see you. Mike on deck. Pauline in the building. D-Ray live on the drive. Omaha on deck. What's good? What's good? You know what I'm saying? He said ERLs remains. You know what I'm saying? Jessica said she got her shirt. That's what I'm talking about. See, one thing I can tell about the calmness of, the Crawford supporters is that, we're picking up our merchandise, and you don't see us out here losing our mind. We're still composed because we understand who we're dealing with. We understand that the throne is still held and the crown still slightly sits at a slant, because heavy is the head who wears the crown. You feel me? I mean, that's just all we do. We just calm, cool, and collective, man. We know what it is. We're not going around here ripping packages off, and playing a song in the back. Take me out the place. I'm feeling. No, that's not what we was doing. This merch is different. This represents a first. This is not just any merch. This represents a first. The first Riyadh season card in the US of A. Trendsetters, pioneers, stuff that's going to be talked about 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Now, of course, you may only have my audio to remember I said it. I may not be on live anymore, but 50, 60 years from now, hey, at least I told you. Carlos on deck, man. I see you. What's this? They can listen to the oohs and the ahs and pretend that EJ has a chance of winning. Yeah, for real. That's all I'm saying, man. Hey, isn't it better to help just a little than, what I'm saying, that Toby, just help a little? I don't have to offer a lot. I can't tell them everything. They knew everything leading up before the July 29th. They knew everything. They knew he was going to get beat. They knew he ain't fought nobody, all that old stuff. I'm here to heal, help with the healing process. That's why I say I'm going to, instead of the shirts, I'm not going to recommend they buy a Crawford shirt. That'll be too much to lay that on them. But, the sleeping mask, I believe that is something that's beneficial, because they can place it comfortably over their eyes so they won't have to see it, and use both left and right to press vigorously with headphones on to silence the outside crowd noise. That's all. We come in peace and goodwill. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game. Salute to y'all. Continue to support the channel. Shout out to OMAHA. They having a send-off today. Best wishes to them, that everything goes well and nobody don't go over there try to do something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Team Crawford as they get ready for another send-off to go in here and pick up these belts with Madrimov. You know what I'm saying? To go in here and defeat and put Madrimov on the left side of his boxing ledger. 41 and I'm 41 and I'm singing low right, lefty right, low right, 41, right, left, right, platoon. I'm out. Peace.